What's up, guys, and welcome to part 3 of Defeat the Streak here in WWE2K14. This is the last part of this sort of Defeat the Streak sort of mini-series thing. This is my last attempt at trying to beat the streak, obviously in the streak mode in WWE2K14. As you can see, again, no high score because you only get that, as I mentioned in the last part, if you actually win the match. So I'm going to select somebody from the older generation in this part. So I'm going to find my way around the menus. So it'll be any WWE legend that I'm. Any of these legends I can pick. I'm going to use a legend in this part, and I decided to go with Hulk Hogan, only because he's one of the highest rated legends in the game. And I used one of his 80s attires anyway, and obviously I'm facing the Undertaker to try and beat his streak. And as per usual, the matches are in the Wrestlemania 30 arena and are no holds barred. And yeah, obviously the entrances coming. My character Hogan, he'll arrive to the ring first. Yeah, so as I said, I'm finishing up this series. I don't know really if I'm going to do much else in WWE2K14. There's quite a lot of wrestling content on this channel. You've got the achievement guides that I did in WWE 13, and you've got this sort of series in WWE2K14. Obviously there's only 3 videos in this series, but still, if you want more, I can always make another series somewhere. I can always do the 30 years of Wrestlemania mode, even though that is a long game mode. I can always do that and upload it. It's if you guys want to see that. And yeah, I just skipped the Undertaker entrance there just to save time. But you get the idea, as you have seen what happens twice in the previous parts. So you get this stare down, as we've seen in again all the previous parts, and the match can begin. So I'm for any of you that don't really watch wrestling but do watch the content on this channel, I'm Hogan in the yellow trunks and Undertaker is in the black. And yeah, I just get back body drop there, tried to reverse him, and I'm just thinking to myself, okay, well, I've lost 2, I don't want to lose a 3rd, so I just rushed for weapons straight away, something that I didn't really want to use in this series, but I was getting that frustrated that I couldn't beat this guy over the previous 2 matches, and I got so close on one occasion that I just wanted to beat him. So I just wanted to use everything I could, chairs, any form of weapon, anything I could get my hand on. But the only problem with getting hold of weapons is the Undertaker in this game is the Undertaker will just run and strike you, and it'll fall out your hand, or he'll grab it out of your hand, and you can't grab it off him. So you've got to be sort of opportunistic with your weapon hits. You can't just keep pounding him with the chair over and over, because he will eventually reverse you and then snatch the chair out your hand, and his hits are a lot harder than yours. That's the degree of difficulty in this game mode. So I shove him off in form of reversal. Wanted to get back in the ring, but instead Hogan climbed the turnbuckle, which wasn't the greatest of ideas, but I landed on my feet and just ran away just to get a little bit of space. Picked up the chair that I lost earlier, and again lost it for the 2nd time in the match. And I'm just trying to get any form of reversal at this point. Just anything will do, just to create that little bit of separation, and then try and go at him again from somewhere. I get the reversal there, but instead choose to run away and go for the weapon instead of capitalising and gets snatched out my hand. I do a running strike, so Undertaker loses it, pick it up again, and finally get to smash him in the head with it. And again, go for the second hit, and he just gets up, and that's what will happen. He will pretty much always get up. So yeah, you will pretty much always get a headshot, but he won't stay down long, as you saw right there. So go to the other side of the ring, pick up a sledgehammer, and again, this is mainly just very uncharacteristic Hogan Undertaker wrestling type match that you would have seen in the sort of the late the early 90s or the early 2000s, when these two fought each other quite regularly in the ring. I can't really talk today. So yeah, and you know, Undertaker gets a chair, hits me with it, and you can see that Hogan's feeling the effects of this match. Undertaker isn't really feeling anything. He's just getting up and just not staying down. And if he's not staying down, then he's not going to stay down for the 3 count. So you're not going to be able to win. And again, I've sort of picked the wrong character. You know, I've not picked a person with a submission hold. Hogan doesn't have any form of submission hold that's his finisher. So you know, you can win on a submission hold, and that's probably the best way, because otherwise Undertaker just keeps kicking out of pins. I think it takes like 7 pinfalls after 2 finishes or a signature and a finisher, just to beat him. So I have a finisher, but don't get a chance to use it. Undertaker gets his signature, hits the last ride, and you sort of know what's coming here. He goes for the pin, I kick out. I'm thinking, okay, that bar was pretty large. The kick out meter was pretty large. I might be able to kick out of this tombstone. So yeah, Undertaker hits the tombstone, goes for the pin, and look how small that kick out bar is. I used resiliency, but it's too late. Undertaker has already won the match by pinfall. I'm unable to kick out, and I have not beat the streak in any of my 3 attempts. Yes, I look like a complete failure, but don't worry. I did say I've not made many WWE2K14 videos. I'm going to make another one, probably with tips on how to beat The Undertaker. So anyway, that's the end of this series. I've been Dave from Gamebreakers, and you've been watching Defeat the Streak WWE2K14.